March Madness, one of the most popular sports tournaments in the world, where 68 teams duke it out to call themselves NCAA Men's Basketball Champions. Today, we're going to be previewing one of the best tournaments in American history. We're going to be looking at the bubble teams, what teams to watch, what teams could sneak in, and the most important title of them all, who will win the NCAA championship. Let's get started. To start, we're going to be looking at bubble teams. The first bubble team is Mississippi State. With quality wins against Washington State, Tennessee, and Auburn, you'd think they would be an immediate lock for the tournament, but their inconsistency against Quad 1 teams will hurt them. They have 2 losses to Kentucky, 2 losses to Alabama, and a loss to South Carolina, which is why it gives them an will they make it or will they not make it in this tourney. The next bubble team we have is Wake Forest. With an 18-10 record and a 10-7 conference record, and their best win being at home against Duke, and their worst loss being at Notre Dame, they're really up in the air, and no one really knows they're going to be a tournament team. They haven't been that impressive against Quad 1 teams. Again, their best win against Duke, they're favored in that game. And they lost Duke earlier, they lost Virginia, they lost North Carolina, and really, they're not that impressive. I mean, they're only 18-10, their conference record's okay, and their next 3 games, at Virginia Tech versus Georgia Tech and versus Clemson, so 2 home games, 1 away game. I mean, that would be their chance to improve their resume, but still after that, the resume won't be that impressive, so which means they'll probably have to win 1 or 2 games in the ACC tournament if they want to get in at a decent seed. And the final bubble team we have to look at is the Pittsburgh Panthers. Their best win was against Duke on January 20th, where they won on the road, and their worst loss was against Wake Forest, where they lost by 33 points. And honestly, they have a better resume than Wake Forest. I mean, they're 18-10, 9-8 conference record, which isn't that good, but they have better Quad 1 wins than Wake Forest. But again, they still have to win their next 3 games, which is at Boston College versus Florida State and versus NC State, and probably have to win 1 or 2 more tournament games just to make it in at a probably very high seed. With a team to watch, I have to go with the McNeese Cowboys. And you might be asking yourself, who the heck are the McNeese Cowboys? Well, they're 25-3 out of the Southland Conference, and if you don't say they're not legit, maybe they went to Michigan and won. And I know Michigan isn't that good, but still going on the road to a Power 5 school and winning is still impressive as a team like McNeese who aren't, I don't even think they're a group of 5, you know what I mean? So, this is a team to watch because, a lot of teams don't like to look at these, smaller teams from smaller conferences, and really this team's legit. Like 25-3 is insane no matter what because you're not facing against worse competition. I mean, they're put in that conference for a reason, obviously, because they're not up there with the Group 5 or even Power 5, really. But I think they're going to be legit in the tournament. I think they're going to make some noise. And honestly, they're my team to watch. And with a team that I think could sneak in, I have to go with the Syracuse Orange. I mean, they're my favorite team, but I seriously think that they can make the tournament. With 3 straight wins in conference, at NC State versus Notre Dame versus Virginia Tech, and 2 on the road games coming up. If they win those next 2 and win 2 more of the tournament, I seriously think they have what it takes to make it. And honestly, they're pretty good. I think they got a young squad. I think they got some playmakers. They are a really good first half team. If they can just improve in the second half a little bit more, I think they do make it in the tournament. This will be like classic Jim Boeheim Syracuse when, no one expects them to be good and they'll make the Sweet 16 randomly. I think this team is capable of that, and I think they're going to make the tournament. Another team that could sneak in is St. John's. With 3 straight wins at Georgetown versus number 15 Creighton and at Butler, I think they have a chance to sneak in. And they are 15-12 and 9-9 in the conference, but they've kept it close with UConn and Marquette and all these other good teams in the conference. And I honestly think that they are really good. I think they can win against these teams. I mean, like I just said, they've kept it close. So they got to win these 2 games at DePaul versus Georgetown. And I think they can make a deep run in the Big East tournament. I seriously think they can sneak in, and I think they will make some noise in the tournament. And for the main prediction of them all, who will win the NCAA championship? I got to go with the predictable one. I got to go with Houston. And I know, like I just said, predictable, but they truly are the best team in the nation for a reason. Best defense. Second best point differential, only behind McNeese, who I was just talking about as my team to watch. But yeah, this team is something special. Being able to have that lockdown defense in the first 2 rounds of the tournament was going to be huge because you know how number 1 seeds fare against 16 seeds. Sometimes it can end up badly, or even like 2 seeds versus 15 seeds. Still in the badly. So they need that lockdown defense, which they have. Second best point differential. It just, signs are pointing to them just absolutely blowing through everyone in this tournament, getting to the Final Four. I think they're just better than everyone right now. They've been the most consistent team probably in the nation. So I have to go with the Houston Cougars as a 2024 NCAA Men's Basketball Champion. Thank you guys for watching till the end. Hope you enjoyed the video. This will not be my last video on March Madness. But yeah, so again, thank you guys for watching till the end. Hopefully you enjoyed this. I'll be doing some other, predictions for other things too, like free agency and, other stuff, like maybe NBA, tournament, NBA playoffs predictions too. But yeah, other than that, nothing else to say. So yeah, see you in tomorrow's video, and hope you guys enjoy.